Video here I'm just going to show about demonstrating about wrapping an oversized pallet. You know, people ask me, like on an example here, we have a Revolution ST stretch wrapper that we're shipping out, and notice that we ship it in a metal crate to where it's easy access to everything. Now we did that on purpose so that when we wrap it, you can actually see inside, you can see the machine, because there's a couple of reasons for this. The main reason is when it gets to the customer and as it comes off the truck, they can visually inspect and they can see if the film has been punctured by the people that are driving the forklift. So if there's any damage done, for example, to the motor or to the tower, or whether the machine was dropped or it got a rough rod on the truck. And also it helps a lot when you have the forklift operators and the drivers, when they can see that it's a high value item inside the crate. That helps, because they have a tendency then to be more delicate, because they know if it gets damaged there'll be a claim against the company, and then there's the whole cycle of, okay, let's trace it back, where did the damage happen, and pinpoint, you know, is either a driver, forklift operator, or just poor handling. So I'm just going to run through the kind of products that I have here to wrap this. We have our coverall top sheets, and we also have the coverall dispenser. This is used here just to hold the roll. It makes it easy for me to move this roll around to wherever I'm wrapping the products. Obviously then I have the tip dispenser with our custom printed tape on it, 3 inches wide. And I'm also using the NWD stretch wrapper with our hybrid pre-stretched hand film. This is ideal for wrapping very low to the bottom of the skid. Get the film all the way down here. And obviously because it's a large item, 120 inches in length, it helps that I'm not walking backwards for this length of time to go around this pallet so many times. So this is going to take a few minutes, so we're just going to run through and wrap this pallet. Alright. So first of all, we're just going to use the pallet covers. These are perforated every 60 inches, so it's going to take about 3 or 4 to cover the length here. You know, I just measured out approximately. Now the perforation is going to be close here somewhere. Yep. And obviously it's center folded, so we're going to open them out. Then just drape it over the top of the pallet. I mean, because this crate is so big, I like to use at least 2 lengths of covers just to make sure I get good coverage. So a lot of it depends on how far away the machine or the pallet is going. This particular pallet is going up to Illinois. So it'll be going on and off a few trucks before it gets to where it needs to go. And just the same again, cover it over. Perfect. There we have some good coverage. Now on this one I probably won't need 3, just going to put 2 pallet covers on the top, and then the idea is then that I'm just going to start and I'm going to use the NWD to wrap around the entire pallet, and that'll keep the cover there. Now once I have the top covers on, I'm just going to use the stretch wrap just to run around, and it's basically just to keep the pallet cover in place and to keep any dirt and debris and dust out from inside the pallet. I mean, the good thing about this unit is you can allow it to rest on the floor, and you just walk around and you just let the weight push it along, and you don't have to hold it, or you don't have to struggle with the dispenser, and you certainly don't have to walk backwards and being hunched over. Now with the stretch film, I just like to work back and forth over the top just to give it an extra bit of coverage. And then again, just one final touch around the top to keep everything in place. So there we have, all the wrapping was done by walking forward. Now basically what I'm going to use the tape for is just basically just if the product is tampered with, in other words if the wrap gets tore off, I just put the tape on there. It just discourages rough handling because they'll be able to tell that the vendor knows how it was shipped and they probably photographed it before it was loaded on the truck. And there you have it. Now this here is custom printed tape. It's got our name, our logo on it. Now this still wrapped in clear film allows you to inspect the machine to see if anything has moved around or if anything is broken or any of the straps are broken. And if there's any holes in the film. Normally when people ship high value items, you know, they'll use a black stretch wrap, they'll make it completely opaque. You can't see anything inside. And then there's no way to check for damage until you take all the wrap off. And as everybody knows, a freight company will not let you open the pallet to inspect it until you've signed for it. So again, wrapped in clear film, we use the 60 by 60 coverall pallet covers. We just didn't separate them. And then obviously the coverall dispenser. This allows us to move it around from job to job, keeps the roll from rolling around on the floor, and it's easy for the product to dispense. Then we have our custom printed tape, and also the NWD stretch wrapper. I mean, this unit was designed for one, wrapping low to the pallet, or wrapping very high to the top of the pallet. And again, everything with the stretch film was walking forward, no bending, speed, and as you can see, running across the top of this large pallet, it was a breeze, no problem. And it's created a nice seal. Not only do I have stretch wrap on the top, but I've got 1.5 mil poly below it, and completely encased. You can see everything through, and it's ready to ship and get loaded on the truck.